Hey, welcome to another Retro Rocha with me, comedian Jerry Rocha. I'm actually the 7th Retro Rocha. We're like Lassie. The minute one of us shows any kind of age, starts to slow down, boom, take him out back, it's over. On to the next one. And today, at the request of viewer Joe Capone, I'm talking the NES Classic Bionic Commando, which was a sequel to another game called Commando, which, when I was 7 years old, I thought Commando was a masterpiece. But also, when I was 7, I thought the two guys from Tears for Fears could beat the shit out of anybody. I never owned Bionic Commando, but a kid in my apartment complex had a copy, so I would go over there and play it sometimes, never from the beginning, so I didn't know anything about the story. More on that in a minute. And I never played it that much because the kid just moved away not too long after. All I remember from that kid was that he had Bionic Commando and he stole a couple of his dad's porn magazines and stashed them by a creek, and then took me and a bunch of other neighborhood kids on this Lord of the Rings quest to go see him. It was actually a lot like Lord of the Rings. One of the kids went crazy, this weird old guy just fell to his death, then he just moves away. Of course he was too good to last. Come on, he had Bionic Commando, he showed all of his peers' boobs for the first time. I don't know how they do Saints, but this dude should at least be on the ballot next year. Anyway, in Bionic Commando, Super Joe, the star of Commando, is kidnapped by the bad guys, and this new guy named Lad Spencer has to go rescue him. The reason Bionic is in the title is because Lad has this bionic metal arm that allows him to reach higher places to make up for the fact that he can't just jump. That's a very specific gimmick, and I guess the bad guys never saw it coming, but if you want the guy to reach higher places, wouldn't you just give him bionic legs?
Look, since I gotta get up there, maybe you could just put them on my legs instead.
Yeah, magic legs, and I'm Mother Teresa. Look, you're gonna get a metal arm that goes up, diagonal, or straight ahead. And if you got a problem with that, back to the mailroom! The bionic arm is a great gimmick in the game, and every time you use it, you get that, oh god, I'm gonna die panic right in the nuts. The arm will have you making these, oh my god, I just cheated death maneuvers, but it will also sometimes want to make you find the developers and throw rocks at them, just like in Forrest Gump when Jenny threw rocks at the house she got molested in. There are a few stages that are winks to the old Commando, and you actually should play through these because when you kill certain people, you get continues, and that's the only way to get a continue in the game. Aside from the throwback levels, this game is completely different from the original Commando in a great way. And I think that's how all sequels should be. You pay homage a little bit to the original one, but then you make things different, you put Bionic in the front of the title, and then you have someone with a metal arm go save the protagonist from the first one. Who wouldn't go watch Bionic JFK? Right now, tell me right now you wouldn't read Bionic Sophie's Choice. Go ahead, tell me. Back to Lad Spencer. That's not really a good name for a video game character. That should be a name you come across if you're only reading an erotic novel written by somebody's mother. Lad Spencer could ride more than his horse, and he certainly loved to please married women who loved their husbands but were excited for new opportunities. I mean, that's just how I imagine someone's mom writing an erotic novel would be like. I will admit that young me, who is still afraid of Tears for Fears, thought Lad Spencer looked badass back in December of 1988 when the game was released in America, but he looked kinda lame by around March of 1989. Now, forget it. This look did not become cool again. Now he just looks like a dude who would have sex to King Crimson songs. I guess maybe some neo-Nazi running a dagger booth at a flea market in East Texas would be impressed by that look.
Somebody's got a hot date.
More on neo-Nazis in a minute. In later games, they changed his name from Lad Spencer to Rad Spencer. Oh, come on. That's so much better. Our kid just keeps getting picked on every day. I mean, his name is Stumpy Toodledumps, but we are going to change it to Dumpy Toodledumps because, you know, prom's coming up. A really funny part in the game are how off some of the text translations are. We rely on you. That was clearly part of a half-bungled translation, and also something you should tell your kid every time they make a mistake if you want to make sure that they develop a heroin addiction later in life. And come on, look at this one, huh? Yeah, you're damn straight we obtained three-way. I really love the levels in the game. Most of them have like an industrial complex military feel to them, but every now and again they'll do some weird shit like a futuristic city or this jungle with giant man-eating plants and massive insects. I don't know what's weirder, fighting the giant plants and bugs in the jungle or fighting this machine with this dude driving it. There's even an homage to Donkey Kong. And yeah, every sequel needs an homage to Donkey Kong. How much more epic would The Godfather 2 have been if when Michael grabbed Fredo and went, "I knew it was you," he then had to climb up a building while dodging barrels. So back to me not knowing too much of the story of the game. There I was, making my way through it, 100% figuring that the final villain was gonna be this douche that you meet earlier in the game, who's trying to resurrect some guy named Master D. And I'm thinking, okay, you're gonna fight the general and then you're gonna fight Master D, right? Well, Master D just kills the general. And that's a turn. Master D is just a 6'8" topless Hitler. I mean, the signs were there. The intro had a dude standing in front of a bunch of Nazi shit doing Nazi things. But why didn't they just say it was Hitler and the Nazis? Because I looked it up, and in Japan, the name of the game is Top Secret Hitler's Revival. So in Japan, they're like, we don't give a shit. Kill Hitler's sorry ass again. Fuck him. Capcom must have known what was happening here in America. I'm sure their executives are like, look, we can't make it Hitler and the Nazis. There's going to be a lot of kids who play this game whose dad, older brother, uncle, maybe all three still love the guy. And they're the most thin-skinned, can't be criticized group out of anybody. In fact, one day, they're going to call school shootings fucking hoaxes. So instead of having Nazis and Hitler as the villains, we were stuck with, there were very fine gamers on both sides. I dug further. There was even a novelization of the game. And in this one, the book opens where Lad Spencer and Super Joe are in a hotel room sharing a pizza. Now that's a lot like how someone's mom would write a gay erotic novel, right? And then a bunch of ninjas just break in, kidnap Super Joe. I guarantee you that author was like, look, I just wanted to write a love story between two men, and now they're making me do this video game shit. You know what? I'm keeping my love story. And check out the final battle. Oh! Dude! Lowrider came by, man, and blew Hitler up. This motherfucker's head blows up like scanners. And the balls on Nintendo for getting rid of the blood and fatalities in Mortal Kombat after they already had this out? This never gets old. They should have cut to this in NBA Jam every time someone did an amazing dunk. So Lad Spencer saves a day. He blows up New Hitler. He rides off onto the sunset with Super Joe. The real officer and a gentleman, if you ask me. And while Capcom chickened out on the Nazis over here, thankfully they didn't chicken out on this ending where it's 100% implied that Lad and Super Joe bang every dude that's partying with them. Bionic Commando is a fantastic platformer. That bionic arm gimmick is amazing. It's so much fun. If you've never played this, find one, enjoy it. It's fantastic. Thanks for watching another Retro Rocha with me, comedian Jerry Rocha. Please subscribe, hit that little bell so you're notified every time a video comes out. Spread the word, share this. All that good shit. Is there a game you want me to talk about? Email me, rocha@retrorocha.com. And oh yeah, nothing says classic like playing an old game with someone you love. Oh, and another thing. There's nothing nasty about caring. Ooh, lift us up where we belong.